The 2018 Baki anime is a good place to get started with the series. It's not the best adaptation of the manga, but it does a great job of letting you know what Baki is all about. Hyper-violent fights, bizarre moves and styles, and buff shirtless men. Yes, Baki 2018 is a homoerotic dream come true. While not the bloodiest entry in the series, that would be the 1994 OVA, or the best paced, that's the 2001 series, the latest anime incarnation of Baki the Grappler is the craziest. And the sexiest, if we're being honest. The character designs really showcase the muscles of the fighters, the impressive size of their bodies. These men are strong, and they can show you a good time. By, punching an enemy with their stump of a wrist, or shooting a bullet straight through both of their cheeks. Or maybe stripping down to a thong while they legitimately pummel the shit out of someone using absolutely no martial arts techniques whatsoever. Or even fighting in the literal nude because putting on clothes is just too much of a hassle. Jokes aside, I do not think that Baki is actually targeting a gay male demographic. Despite similarities to the work of Genguro Tagame, a very famous Japanese artist known for his hyper-masculine characters and scenes of gay sex, whose work is very obviously for a gay male audience, Baki is only gay in a subtle way, perhaps latently homosexual. Not to say that only gay men would enjoy the series, or that one is gay if they enjoy it. Rather, that certain gay men would find a lot to enjoy, along with everything else the series has. Keisuke Itagaki, the author of the Baki manga, doesn't seem to be trying to please a gay male audience. Instead, he seems to be pursuing a certain ideal image of the male form, the height of physical strength and power. Sometimes this manifests in the form of bulky muscles, like with Biscuit Oliva. Other times it's lean and quick, like with Baki himself. This pursuit of an impossible male form isn't automatically gay. It may indeed be a form of self-examination, how one wishes they could look, as opposed to how they want a partner to look. How a person feels about themselves matters a lot, and people often feel inferior when compared to others. Anime and manga series allow us to escape from the real world, placing ourselves in the shoes of fantastic characters. We can revile them and wish for their defeat, or wish we could be like them and live vicariously through them. Watching Baki allows men who will never bench press 300 pounds or prove their toughness in a fist fight to experience that kind of strength through the characters. That has nothing to do with sexuality at all. But some men, no doubt, are turned on by burly men with bulging muscles, and Baki does give such men exactly what they want. The hypermasculinity in the series manifests in the crazy ways the fighters go at one another, because Baki isn't about realism. It's grounded in a realistic world, but none of the characters do things that come close to resembling real-life martial arts. Everything is stretched to the extreme, exaggerated beyond belief, from two people fighting on top of a moving roller coaster to someone having a bomb explode in their face, yet reappearing later with nothing but a few facial scars. It's insane fun that forces you to forget everything you know about how the human body actually works. The opening credits of the show catch you up to speed on what's happened so far, though you'll have no idea that's what it's doing if you aren't told so. It recreates, very briefly, fights from the Maximum Tournament, which was the basis for the second half of the 2001 anime, ending with Baki as the victor, setting him up as perhaps the strongest fighter in the world. 5 death row inmates are introduced, completely new characters who want a challenge, they want to be defeated, and they come to Tokyo to find it. They run across some of the fighters seen in the Maximum Tournament, and while having prior knowledge of the series does make things more interesting, each returning character is introduced with some bit of trivia that reveals who they are, often something seen in the previous series. This lets the viewer know that, for example, Hanayama has incredible grip strength, because we are told that he once tore a chunk out of a deck of playing cards with only his thumb and forefinger. Being told this is just as impressive as seeing him do it in the 2001 series, so having seen the previous show is not essential. And the characters being mostly flat and one-dimensional proves beneficial in this regard. You can be told, this person is this way, he has this quality, and that's enough. You can understand how things are with just that amount of information, so it's very easy to get into the show. The conflict, that 5 death row inmates are loose and trying to kill characters we should root for is thin and obviously an excuse for fights. But that's not bad. Baki has never tried to be about anything other than fighting and raw male power. It exists for the fights. Much like with porn, the flimsiest plot is all that is necessary. You just want the money shot. The viewer can and will fill in the blanks on the way. Some characters will be cooler than others, depending on the viewer's own personal preferences, and some fights will be better than others, depending on who is fighting. And in the end, gay, straight, man, woman, the series will entertain, as long as the viewer wishes to see the hypermasculinity and brutality Baki displays. If you don't want to see that, don't watch the show. No judgment, it may just not be your thing. But if you are the type of person that is a fan of Tama Finland or Gengaro Tagame, I'd really suggest giving Baki a shot. It might do a lot for you.